Cool, cool. I have it on my phone. We'll let you know when it starts.
Okay, hi everyone. If we've already started, I don't know where my video's at. Doesn't look like it's working. My video seems frozen from what I can
Uh-oh.
tell. Unless I'm just too high up. No, I mean, that should definitely have shown up. I don't understand this bullshit. Uh,
Video is frozen, but it is live, it seems like.
okay, well, that's something. Uh, well, let's
I
just delete
see.
that
Oh,
and
wait.
start over. Wait, did something happen?
Yeah, your camera moved a little bit. There's a delay, so it's hard to tell sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand right in front of the camera and just hold it there until you tell me if you see it or not, okay?
Alright, cool.
Alright.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10 seconds. I still see nothing.
Jeez, that's crazy. Alright, let me just try deleting the camera and trying to open it up again. Uh, video.
Pleasant.
Yeah.
Don't you love going live, man?
It's never been good. Um,
It only gets worse.
like all the time. It's only ever been bad. I don't understand it. What's my stream settings? Do it. Okay, looks like it's working on my end now. So you tell me if anything's happening on there. I've got my hand
Right
right in
now.
front.
Oop. Your video showed up in a very tiny corner on the top left corner of the screen.
Okay, that's good news.
Resized it. Okay.
Okay. Uh, is it taking
There's a
up the?
hand moving.
Good. Okay, so I think we got
All
it.
right.
I don't know why
Sweet.
the full size isn't working.
Yeah,
Let's
it's kind
see.
of like weirdly cropped and enlarged, but that's all right.
Yeah. Display. Oh no, I don't want that. That's terrible. Fuck it. It's good enough. Fuck it. We're going live. We'll do it live. All right. Hi everyone. So yeah, like always, just an absolute disaster. That's just how we roll. You'll have to forgive me if you see some lewd shapes. I'm doing sweatpants for this because I cannot be on the ground in jeans for this prolonged amount of time. I got Steve with me. Steve, you'll be monitoring the chat for us.
I will.
Okay, and let's hope that it's just perfectly visible to the public. Get
Yeah, I'll let you know
sharing.
if anything flickers in and out, but so far so good.
All right. I mean, it says it's a
I see
public
it.
thing. I've got the. I'm able to pull up the stream. Got 3 people watching apparently, so we'll see.
Got a
I'll put
real
live.
nice view of Ian's shin.
Yeah, sexy shit. So hopefully
Almost
everyone.
as good as Sir Arlen's hog.
Yeah. Alrighty. So here we are. We're gonna be. We're just gonna go ahead and get right into this. I'm building Mogo. I made this design about a year ago, a little bit more actually, and I've just now finally got all the parts together and the motivation to go through and do it. So we're just gonna go in and make Mogo from the Green Lantern books, of course. My favorite Green Lantern. What I've done is I have adapted the design for the Lego globe to be a design of Mogo. And yeah, so the reason all the pieces you're going to be seeing me use for at least a good long while here are crazy colors is because none of these pieces will be visible in the end. So I was able to save a lot of money that way. uh,
Is there a plan to this, or are we just winging it?
I'm following the instructions for the globe. Um,
Oh, okay. Cool,
because
cool.
a couple of years ago, Lego put out a globe set. I don't think it's available for purchase anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but yeah, so you could have gone and bought that, and when I saw that, I was like, well, I could make that Mogo. So I did the design in Lego Studio or Bricklink Studio, I guess it's called, and was able to craft it. And I've run into, I think, my first problem, which is I don't have those plates anywhere, at least readily available. The question is, I guess, are they going to be visible? I don't think so, so why wouldn't they be in there? Yep, right away, first problem. What a great first problem to have so early on in the stream. I don't think I've got any white 1x plates. I mean, luckily they're easy enough pieces that I should be able to find some random ones real quick. Just in the odds and ends bins, but you know, that's a good way to start.
So while you're scrounging to try and save this project, how big is Mogo going to be relative to a minifig?
I honestly couldn't tell you because I've only ever designed the thing digitally. I guess I could have thrown a minifig into the studio design to see, but I can't do that right now. So several times bigger, but not scaled to actual planet size bigger, if that helps.
Is the surface of the planet gonna have open pegs for you to put minifigs on top of?
Yes. If I decided to do that, yes. And I'm sitting there debating about it in my head, because this is going to go somewhere in my Green Lantern scene, wherever I can find space for it. I'm giving Mogo the ability to use the ring to shrink down to enter other atmospheres, because frankly, Alan Moore is a coward. But that's neither here nor there.
We're going to try and go a whole stream and see how many times we can slander Alan Moore.
I mean, it's not hard.
It's unfortunate. I like it more.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, so hopefully I don't have to do that super often, but we'll find out. Alright, so there's the 1x2s. It was a nice, easy piece at least, so that's good. 2x2s, I've got a bunch of those. I'm right framed up in the middle, right, Steve?
The figures, yeah, or I guess the bases, yeah.
Yeah, what I'm building. Okay, good.
Yep. Yep. We can see everything.
Good. Okay, I scooched a little closer to save my back. Yeah, I went through and I sorted everything last night because these pieces had just been in a giant, couple big ass bags, and I went through and sorted everything out a lot cleaner last night, so hopefully that makes life a little bit easier.
Do you know how many pieces you have?
No, but that's an answer I can actually get real quick, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm interested in how big this is.
Model info, this is 3,051 parts.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is. I made, a couple of years ago now, I made an even tinier Mogo. So I guess I'm grateful that I get rid of this one and replace it with a big one. But yeah, I made that tiny Mogo years ago. No, these go straight up right there. Okay. But yeah, so this will be good. There's a lot of part sourcing to get all these things. I spent like a whole day back when I had COVID last year when Sabrina was a newborn. I just kicked the family out of the house because I didn't want to be around Sabrina when she was that young with COVID. And sure. I sent them to pack into Haley's mom. And, oh no, I'm supposed to attach these to something else. 2x6 plate. Well, I've only got one of those. Damn it!
You keep running into this.
I mean, it's really hard to tell. Though, you know what? I do have them in white, and this does look like it'll be visible. So I'm going to assume that this is what I saved some 2x6s in white for. Because what I did is I built it in Studio, and then I gathered every part I could from my own collection, so I would have to buy as few things as possible. But doing that meant that I had to, get the parts to be cheap as possible. And, picking 17 different colors was a whole hell of a lot easier than trying to connect it all together. I think these go underneath.
So, just for the sake of the audience and for contextualizing this, because I don't understand Lego anymore, I don't understand how many pieces are normal and not. So you said this is about a little over 3,000 pieces. So I Googled it, and the Lego Death Star is about 9,000 pieces. So this is 1/3 of the way to the Death Star.
Yeah, I mean, that tracks. The funny thing is I couldn't tell you much else about the Death Star, as far as, how big that is comparatively. A lot of these, probably, a good 100 of these pieces just end up being, the Lego globe. I think I go right there, or do I go under here? I don't know where this connects to. This is not set up the best. I think like that. So that way I can click on those. That makes more sense. Okay. We're
just looking at images of the Death Star, I think you guys might actually be pretty comparable, because it seems like most of the pieces for the Death Star are things you have inside, like rooms and dungeons and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of my pieces end up just being, oh, god damn it, more 1x2 plates. Son of a bitch. Where are those going? It's just smack dab in the middle. The fuck? Where did I put them all? Alright, time to start pouring out some more shit, because I did not expect to run into problems this quickly.
We are 12 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. That's like the only one of those I have. 1x3. I don't think it's any of those. Pull the white pieces out over here. More oddball white stuff that I don't know if I'm going to need it or not. There's no 1x2s there. Bright green shit. There's the Technic over there. I don't think I'll need the Technic just yet. I really thought I'd be in better shape than this. I didn't think I'd be so screwed so quick.
It's all
I got a lot of bright
plan.
green 1x2s, but I don't think I want to use those yet, because I know those go somewhere else along the build, is the thing. I have a lot of blue.
Anything that's green, you probably want to save.
Yeah, and same for the blue, because the blue goes right on top of a lot of stuff. So, that's all really planned out, and that's, super visible. There is also just the potential that importing the model from Bricklink just went wrong. I always feel like I end up in this situation. I don't want to use any of the blue. That just worries me too much. Alright, I'm gonna go diving for pieces again. At least they're easy to find.
Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, good. Got one right away. Just sitting right on top. And almost got another one right. There we go. 2 right away. Thank you, Red Bin. Your service will be on 4 or 5. Damn, just off the rails instantly. Yeah,
this is high maintenance work. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Oh, there's the potential, like I said, that the Bricklink model just didn't import correctly. So we'll find out just as we go how much I have to do that. But hey, there's 4, so you know what? Fuck you, Steve.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. We've got to do one of those.
I think it'd be very cool if you took your mini Mogo that you made previously and just turned it into a moon that orbits your big Mogo.
Maybe. I kind of want to use these green pieces again for something, so we'll see.
That's true. You can always recycle.
Already white, too. It seems kind of boring. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day. Because then I'd have to like figure out how to get it to attach. I'm gonna have the pole from the globe just kind of sitting up too, so that might be more doable. Because right now I think I just turned it into another extension of the meteorite constructs that I made for him, for them. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm kind of fascinated how you're building curves instead of using curved pieces. Like, that seems really meticulous work.
It's really interesting. There's a huge-ass Technic frame that comes into this. So, you know, like your Technic, what do they call them? Spacer pieces or whatever, are kind of have this, these numbers on the side that'll tell you how many you need to make to connect everything together. And the way that works is if it, like, you have, you know, 3 on them, then 3 of them will make will connect together to make a circle, basically. And so they used those to create a frame, and then you make panels of plates that go all around it, basically. And then I decorated all the external plates as tidily as I could. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so that's good.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. All of it's fascinating. All right, where are these guys going? I think right there. Yeah, they're going over the white pieces. Which makes me wonder if these are supposed to be white plates. Are those going to be visible later or not? I don't know. I don't know.
Is this going to be your biggest single project or no?
Probably. I'm sitting here going through stuff, trying to figure out if those 2x3s are going to be visible that I just put down are going to be visible later on. And so I'm very curious. I'm going to the digital model here. I think they might be.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to say. There's so much on top of it. Alright, we're just going to say fuck it, we ball, and go forward. If I need to backtrack and take everything off, then I need to backtrack and take everything off. But I don't have white pieces to spare is the problem. So we gotta be conservative. I don't think they show up because I saw these pieces visible that I'm putting in right now, but not the white piece, or not the other pieces visible. So we'll see what happens. I also skipped a step because I got distracted by the white pieces. I need my 2x2s again. And those are going right there. Yeah. So we'll see. Move Moon Mogo over there. Moongo.
What portion of Mogo is this? Like the base at this point, or like the center?
Yeah. So like if you looked up the Google or not, the Lego globe, you'd see that the pieces are. How do I want to phrase this? You'd see that it's on like a globe stand, like the little half ring that you see on globes. So this is the base of the stand. If I could have gotten these white pieces in bright green, I would have done it. But like the whole like thing that makes up the stand is a mix of white, green, trans green, and bright green in the final build. So, and I actually went through, instead of just doing a half ring, like C-shaped ring, I went ahead and made a full ring around the whole globe, so it looks like an energy construct, like he's created a barrier. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. All right, 8 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Looking up photos of this globe, and I can buy it at Walmart for $319.
That's it?
It's so much fucking money for a globe.
Yeah.
It's not a Death Star. What the hell?
It's a lot of pieces, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's probably gone up in price because I don't think it's made anymore.
Right.
So don't quote me on that part, but yeah, I think that's probably why. Am I going too far out? I think I'm going too far out on these. So because this is so big, though, the thing I'm doing right now is I'm putting these studs on, maybe taking this one back off, Jesus, and I'm going to put little tires around these to be rubber feet so it doesn't slide around super easily.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't realize that there might be some weight issues with how big it's going to be.
Yeah. So that's like a technique that's become pretty, like, universally adopted now. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so I'm making those, and then those get the tires on them, right? Alright, so that I do need the Technic bag for, but I can just fish those out. See, I promised I organized everything here. I was so happy last night finishing up. I'm like, man, I did a good job, though. This is going to go so smooth. I bet we're going to get through so much, because I'm not going to have to stop to look for pieces. And then here we are.
You're making good progress.
Kind of. Not enough progress. Where'd the tires go? I know they're in this bag. Don't fucking hide from me. There you are. Yeah, like, so you get tires to go around the bottom, and then when I make the internals later, there's actually these big-ass tires that are going to go on the inside to give it weight, so it sits at an angle properly. Which I thought was pretty funny. Clever builds. I also inserted a Green Lantern ring build inside the structure just to have some fun. But yeah, see, the tires just plop onto the studs like so. Thought that was kind of a cool idea. Give it some...
I dig it.
Some friction. Ta-da.
So aside from Lego building, what have you been up to today?
Oh, fuck, I need 8 1x2s. Fuck! I don't understand. Maybe I have them over here and I just have missed it somehow. I'm gonna kill somebody. How did I lose them?
It's just like every 3 steps.
1x2s. Yeah, I don't understand it. Because it's not a small number at this point. I should have a bunch. Those are corners. I should have those. Like, I can't not have those fucking things.
Did you just put them somewhere else?
I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I've got everything here. I'll show you the bags. So, like, there's all these bags, and, like, I've got green 1x2s somewhere over here. But I'm really hesitant to use those. Those are 2x3s. There's 1x3s, more corners. I saw them earlier. I've got, oh no, it was the bright green 1x2s. Because I've got this whole bag of bright green 1x2s, but that doesn't seem right, and I might have some more blue ones in here. But I'm really hesitant to use those too, because the blue is on the outside, it creates all the islands, same for like these azure ones. So I don't know where else they could be. And I'm like tweaking right now, because I just set everything up. Did I lose some in the bag? No. I swear I remember seeing some last night while I was organizing pieces, but now I don't know. 2x3s, 2x2s, bricks, 1x4s. Motherfucker. So frustrating. Big white panels, white curves, slightly smaller white panels, more white panels, white, and those hinges. The actual hell happened to them? I'm so annoyed. Where did I put them? Where did they go? Where did I put them, Cotton Eye Joe? I must not have any. Fuck. Alright, well, It says I need 8 more, so I guess we're doing this a bunch tonight. I don't know. I don't know what to
Back
do.
to the bins.
Back to the bins. And you know what's so frustrating about this? I guarantee you, I just find a shit ton, like in a bag later. I'm like, wow, motherfucker. Red Bin, you're doing me a great service, though, right now. I appreciate you more than you'll ever understand. Oh.
The real MVP of the stream is that Red Bin.
I say that, and now I can't find any more all of a sudden. Steve, don't you dare talk. You fool. Use that for a later build. Five. Well, I guess it's just going to be happening a lot every time I run into 1x2s. I mean, of all the pieces, it's not the worst thing to run out of, or to not have, because they're so easy to find. Just 2 more.
But it also seems like you're using them a lot.
Yes, but again, it's a really common part. Like, if I ran out of, or if I didn't have something else right now, it was more specialized, that's just the end of the stream.
So long, folks.
Yeah, like... So, the 1x2 situation is going to get really interesting here. Pull out the Red Bin, because I'm going to do this a lot, and I don't want to have to keep digging through the bin. Okay, there we go. 8 of the fuckers. Alright, and then 8 of these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I'm putting... Okay, just a 1 corner kind of deal. Oh, yeah. What were we talking about before I ran out of 1x2s again?
I was just asking you what you were up to today.
Oh, no, not much. I took the girls out shopping because Sabrina needed some new shoes because the ones Haley just got her just will not stay on her damn feet. And that was a disaster because I could not find a pair. We went to like 4 stores. I could not find a pair of fucking kids' shoes for less than $40. So I was like, absolutely not.
Jesus.
Dude, no, like, people take sneakers so seriously. I saw ones on sale for like for like $60, $90. I was like, okay, New Balance. That's like a name brand, sure, but it's like no one likes New Balance, right? And it was a size 4 toddler shoe for $90, and people have more money than sense. I don't know. I cannot imagine.
I don't wear sneakers a lot. I mostly wear boots, but I bought a pair of sneakers for like $30 like 6 years ago, and I still wear them.
How's it feel to not be a working man?
Well, I wear boots to work, so like when it goes to work, like I just have like, 2 pairs of boots I rotate in and out of every day.
Gotcha. Nice. That's a 2x3 plate, so I don't think these are visible. So I'm gonna assume that's what these corners I have are for. And these are going, yeah, on these inner corners here. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Like I need another new pair. I've been having foot problems at my job.
Oh no.
It's fucking concrete floors. It turns out it's bad for you. Oh.
Who would have thought?
Are these 2x3s visible in green? Yes, they are. Ha 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 ha. Okay, like I said, we might do some backtrack in this video. Brick separator! Ah.
As long as we figure it out, it's alright.
Yeah. But nah, so like I bought a pair of like $80 shoes less than a year ago, and they help my feet, but also they just fall apart faster. Because you know they're built well, but you know they're just not built to last to anything. So kind of sucks.
Not the way that shoes used to be built to last. I feel like when I was a kid, my sneakers could take a lot more punishment.
Or you just weren't the one paying for them.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like I didn't buy that many shoes as a kid.
Yeah. You weren't the one paying for your shoes when you were a kid. What was the first pair of shoes you bought with your money?
I bought some Vans when I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
You know what's wild though is like I see people have all their shoes in like bookshelf casings and they wash them after every wear and they dust them off and they have like little toothbrushes to clean between the bristles and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, man. These things are designed to get dirty. This seems like a lot of wasted effort.
Yeah. It's like a culture thing at that point. It's just completely separate. I like what they value. I'll just throw everything else
with like
back.
Jordans and stuff, that sort of makes sense to me because those are more expensive. Those have like limited runs and stuff. But I see some people that are just like every pair of shoes they own, they preserve as like a pristine art object, and it's very strange to me.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. What is it? The like with Jordans and stuff, they don't even want like a crease in them, so they like walk differently to not crease their shoes. And like at that point, that is a level of dedication that I just. Yeah, I'm not there for that, but I guess everyone's got their own thing. Here I am building Legos, spending God knows how much money on it. So,
Sure. I have a pair of boots that like every few wears I'll like condition the leather just so it doesn't crack, but that's kind of about it. That's the most I really do with my shoes.
Yeah. All right, so there's where we begin to see like. You got mismatch, all kinds of crazy colors in here, but now like the outer edge of what you're actually going to be seeing is stuff that I'm actually, starting to have more uniform color and stuff on. So hopefully that looks good. Are those 2x10? Well, no, I've got 2 of 2. All right, how far is it supposed to go? Right there. And it's supposed to leave 2 uncovered. Yeah, okay, that's the right piece.
It's all coming together.
Yep. Okay. Oof, this is hefty, so I need these 2x4s, and this 2x4, and 1x2s again. Motherfucker. Where did I put all the 1x2s? I'm gonna scream, because I know they're somewhere. Only 1x2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 1x2s. That one wasn't so bad. I'm glad I dumped that out, and I'm glad the red bin's just got a lot of them right now. So I got something going for me, but Jesus Christ.
You lucked out a little bit.
Of all the pieces to have not had organized, I guess so. Maybe I should have, taken the time to actually look up the instructions and see, make sure this piece is going to be this or something the other night, but I didn't think I'd need to do that. I thought I planned this out better. So I'm sure I've got them somewhere. I'm sure I just said, oh, well, this can also be green because I've just got a shit ton of green 1x2s, but I just don't know if that's actually the case or not. So we'll find out real soon when I start getting into stuff and I go, oh, there's all my fucking 1x2s. Oh, I needed one more. Another good thing about this...
With the 2 different shades... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, did you talk about this right here? This piece? Or something else?
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, I didn't really care about my Legos anymore, and I needed to do, a diorama for a project, so I just used Legos to build something, and instead of actually giving a damn and making sure that they were, taken care of and going through and finding all the gray bricks that I had, I just painted a bunch of things gray. And I've done so much more spray painting now that I actually care, and I'm like, okay, I just want this piece, but I want it to be this color, so I'm willing to do the blasphemy of spray painting a piece, and I've never gotten as clean a fucking paint job as I did just not giving a fuck back in high school.
I was gonna say it looked like a really strange color, but it worked.
Yeah, no, I just did not care. And something about just doing it casually just made it perfect. You know, it's
That's
just
so
that
funny.
odd happenstance. But yeah, this is a good way to do it. I remember I was at the Lego store, and I don't like to, rag on people for being particular. I think the kid that the lady was talking to was probably like autistic or whatever, but he and his dad were going through the bulk bin trying to create something just with pieces that they found in the bin. And he like legit cried over that he couldn't get something to be the color that he wanted it to be, even though it would be a piece inside that you wouldn't be able to see. And I was just like, okay, come on. Just like, I don't know. I don't want to tell people how to parent or whatever. Oh, I do want to tell people how to parent. You've got to resist that urge. But I just, part of me did just start to think, come on, man. It's time to parent up here. It's time to, like, get over it, kid.
If no one's gonna see it, it'll be alright. You don't have to worry about this. Either that or teach him how to paint.
Yeah, teach him how to paint. I couldn't help him. High school, Ian could have helped him. Apparently the advice is, don't give a fuck, just do it. Seem to be...
You can only become worse at something. You can never become better.
Yeah, I seem to be a little short. Oh, do I want to use these green ones? Oh, I don't want to. Red bin, save me now. I seem to be shy on my 1x2 brackets. I noticed immediately, I'm like, that's not enough. I don't have enough advice. So there might be some tomfoolery. I might not be able to finish this in the near future. There might be some shit going on. Because I don't understand why I wouldn't have those. Or it could just be that, like, I just had some in the other color, but it's been so long since I collected the pieces. Maybe I should have just been picky enough to be like, it doesn't matter if it's this color, I'm not gonna grab it. But I don't know. Come on, I know I've got a shit ton of these somewhere. Again, it's not the worst thing. It's pieces that I know I've got somewhere or other, but it's just shit, man. I don't want to be doing this. I did all the organizing so I wouldn't have to do this specifically. So.
I guess the nice thing about Legos is that there's always a piece for everything.
You'd think that until you, like, get to a build and then you're like, okay, I would just need something like this, and then you go, that doesn't exist. Fuck. Or if it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist in the color you want, so you have to go through and solve your problem a different way. Which is fun in its own right.
No, not creativity.
It's fun in its own right, but it's also, like, annoying. That was the thing that always pissed me and my friends off when we were building. Is like, I call it like the curse of finding, where you want a certain piece in a certain color or whatever, so you spend all this time digging through the pile trying to find it, and then you can't, so you go through and you do like a workaround to solve the problem a different way, and then by the time you're finished with that workaround, you find a piece in the exact color.
Yeah, that universal karma.
It feels that way. Anyway, what have you been up to today?
Nothing crazy. I did a ton of cleaning yesterday. I think I told you last week I was really sick, so this weekend I wanted to take a chance to, like, wash all the sheets and wash the kitchen and clean the bathroom and just do all of that. So I did all of that yesterday. It took me all morning. So ever since then, I've just been relaxing and watching movies. I've been watching a bunch of John Woo movies, so that's fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's great because you get gun violence and you get homoeroticism. It's the best.
Okay then.
I've also been watching a bunch of older, non-big franchise Wes Craven and Tobe Hooper movies, and that's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Wes Craven's got this one movie. I don't know if I told you about it. It's called Shocker, where it's about a guy. He's a teenager or a college kid or something like that, and he discovers he has a weird psychic connection to a serial killer, and he uses this psychic connection to help catch the guy. But after he's caught and he gets sentenced to death, he like prays to some electricity god, and then when they put him in the electric chair, he just turns into energy and continues killing people through the wiring and stuff. It's kind of nonsensical, but it's awesome.
That sounds honestly beautiful.
It's so much fun. And his girlfriend gets murdered early in the movie, and she keeps showing up as a hot ghost. It's awesome.
All right, I get to crack out my first bright green piece now. I like when I've built this in such a way that I think I actually know what I'm doing. I think.
Hooray!
We'll see if I know what I'm doing. That's remains to be seen. If I actually know what
As
I'm
long
doing.
as you're confident, no one will notice.
Is that how that works?
Pretty sure that's how that works.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, Steve.
Have the confidence of a mediocre white man, and you will never fail.
No, these Mexicans took my job. It can't be that I suck. It has to be because the system's rigged.
Exactly.
All right. So here's an interesting one, because these hinges are going to be what creates the whole ring. But this side of them, I either couldn't find or they don't make in green, so they ended up being white. So it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together in the long run. And then 1x2s. But hey, you know what? While I was looking for those last ones, I made a little pile of 1x2s as I found them. So there.
Hey, good job.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
This is already kind of big, and this is just the base. So I guess this is going to be a pretty massive build.
Yeah. Almost as massive as Sir Aaron. You know, it's so funny because I'd only ever listened to the book, and I didn't remember his master's name, and so I wasn't sure what to make of it. But then, like, on top of that, to see that it just comes out, and he's like, "Oh yeah." The way that the actor was saying it in the show also sounds completely fucking different to the way that the name is actually written. Because I thought it was Sir. I think if you go back and listen to our episode, I was just calling him Sir Ireland because that's how I heard it.
You were calling him Ireland, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I heard it. That's what it sounded like to me. Like it was Sir Ireland. No, that's what these are for. Okay, there we go. No need to panic. Everything is fine. And it's going to continue to be fine.
It has no other choice.
Yeah. No, I just heard the name and it sounded like Sir Ireland to me. With the way that the actor was pronouncing it. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'd be curious to see if anyone else felt that way.
There's a few things like that where I feel like adaptations have to kind of make a decision about how to pronounce something that's never actually been said. Like, the Shang-Chi movie had to do that with the name of the city that everything happens in. Not quite the same thing, but I remember with when the MCU started introducing the Infinity Stones, everyone just said Infinity Stones because that's what the movie said. But if you read the old Jim Starlin comics, they weren't Infinity Stones. They were Infinity Gems. But no one says gems anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6.
Alright. See, things are starting to come together as I planned them.
I'm finding the right things because I only have so many of a piece, and like I don't have the option for it to be a different color at this point. So hopefully this starts going a little bit more smoothly. It can't go any worse at this point. Do I have a 2x3 brick in bright green, or is that just non-important? The fact that I don't think I can see it might be my answer. Is this a brick? No, that's a plate. Okay, I think I'm gonna just go with it. It's good to have the model here that I can keep referencing though. Appreciate that. You know what, just in case, I'm gonna use this random lime green brick.
Just in case it shows through at all. Maybe it won't be noticeable.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think they won't be because I've got like 2x2s here, and I definitely, I don't know, I've got 2x2 bright green bricks here too, don't I? Are they visible or not? It's hard to say. And it's got plates all over it. I'm just going to go with it, and if I have to change my mind later, I'll change my mind later, I guess. And then hanging ones go on the other sides. I'm supposed to have 4 of them, so that's more than that. So I've got a bunch in bright green, though. Things are starting to look up, Ian.
Once you're done, just go outside and spray paint the whole thing in case the colors don't match. Just give it a shot.
I mean, maybe. You never know. I might have to.
I was actually working on a Gundam earlier today where I was trying to paint it metallic green, and it's tedious as hell.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I just have to keep going over it with multiple coats, but it's so tiny that my fingers cramp up as I'm doing it.
I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. Okay.
I'll finish it eventually.
What was that? That was fucking Amanda Vines, wasn't it? Procrastinator King or
maybe.
something like that? I don't know. Procrastinating Kid? Yeah, okay, so this looks like it'll work out. Maybe. Things are coming together.
Pretty solid looking so far.
Yeah, we're getting there. Is that the right number of studs?
Right now you've got a very tiny shield, or if you need to put a lid on a pot, you've got that covered.
Let's just call it there.
Really functional right now?
Oh. Bright green tiles, there you are. More bright green tiles. All the bright green tiles. I need 2 of these. I'm going to just assume this is the right thing, and if it doesn't fit, I'll know I need to go looking for a different piece. 1x2s again. Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh. Your mortal enemy.
Yep, I got them. They're right here. Everything is fine. I don't know how I missed them. I don't know where they are. I'm sure I'm going to find a stack of them somewhere and go, son of a bitch, but here we are for now.
Right as you leave your office, you're just going to step on some Legos and it'll be all of those pieces.
Probably. At this rate, I would not be surprised.
Well, as long as you're wearing shoes or something, you'll be alright.
Yeah, and then on the other side too. Easy peasy. Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm doing some 2x2 bricks that I do not have any more of in random colors. These are going below, so I'm going to backtrack a tiny bit here and assume that these 2x2s were meant to be the green ones that I have. Oh, I've just locked it down. That won't work. Why won't the brick separator get it open? Come on, don't fail me.
It's failed at its one job.
Separating bricks. Yeah. I'm going to assume that these were supposed to be my brick green 2x2s, and that might mean I need the 2x3 to be bright green. Did I have one of those? I forget. So let's take a look here. So these guys I'm going to need for the step that I was just on. I saw 2x2 bright greens over here. Did I have a 2x3 bright green anywhere, or is that just completely covered up so it doesn't matter as much? That's just random. I don't think I've got a 2x3 bright green bricks. I'm just going to assume that gets covered up, but I've got a bunch of 2x3 green bricks, so that might be important. Let's just use one for now and see what happens. Fuck around and find out, as the kids say.
True.
We'll see if I need to backtrack a lot. That'd be a pretty big one. I really don't want to. By the time I need it for that. Be fine. Yeah, I'm sure everything will be fine. Steve knows what he's talking about.
I believe in you.
Everybody believe and trust everything that Steve says, ever.
I have a friend who every now and then he'll say, I believe in the you that believes in you.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Lots of positive reinforcement.
Yeah, no, like I kind of go with something similar to that. I'm like, what is it I say at work all the time? It's like, I believe in you, or I know you can do it and stuff. So just, fully committing to that and making it the shittiest version it could possibly be. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so these guys, I've got 2 of these, but they're random colors, so I'm going to assume I need that later, because this shows on the outside. Is this in the model white or bright green? The very base is a different color. Interesting. But I've only got 2, and I would need 4 to do that with. Huh. This becomes
You're missing half.
Yeah, this becomes a problem of sorts. Because I got to make, 2 of these? Yeah. And I don't think I've got a ton of that piece. Also, I think I need some more 1x2s. That's the easy part.
Who would have guessed?
Steve, don't you laugh at me. Don't you mock me, Steve. This gets covered up. I think I might just fuck around and find out.
Just hope for the best.
I think I might here, because if this gets covered up, I don't think it's structural at that point, because nothing could possibly attach to this. So I might just see if I can get away with it, because I've only got 2 of these guys, and it says I need 4. But if I can just get away with it, and it just works without being visible, I might be okay with that. That doesn't seem to fit there.
Look at it this way. If you're wrong, it will require you to do some Lego shenanigans, and that's like your whole thing. So It's a win-win.
This goes right into the green. Was the plate supposed to be 2 plates? Ah, it was 2 plates. I was off a plate. There we go. Okay. So that's supposed to go right there, but this one is not visible from what I can tell, because I removed this, and this is, yeah, sure enough, but it's not something you can actually see once I get another layer on there. So I think we might just go for it and see what happens. I've got a bunch of green ones here, bright green ones. Let's see here. How many layers of that is that? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 layers of bright green. So on each side, that's 2, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got 2 left over. All right, I think I'm good. I think maybe I just didn't do 2 of them in the bright green. No, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. Or that's the wrong side to look at. Over here? No, I did 4 of them like that. All right, whatever. We're just gonna go for it. and see if it lucks out or not. So, yeah, we're just gonna take our risks. And again, if it doesn't work out, I don't think it's visible, so I could just probably get away with it. Oh, I need studs on that though.
If nobody can see your mistakes, did they really happen?
There are no mistakes. They're only happy accidents.
That's true. Bob Ross taught us well.
Yes, he did. So we'll see. I'm thinking what I might do is we might just make this a weekly thing until it's done. If you're up for it, Steve.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm down.
Because we only got about a half hour left because of all my fuckery. We'll see how we do here. All right. So
I got one weekend coming up where I'll be out of town for work, but aside from that, I am down to do Legos with you on a regular basis.
That sounds fun. I'd be down for it if you are. Don't need to make you commit to something on stream. That's unprofessional of me. But we'll just see what happens.
We're far enough along in this process that I'm legitimately curious when it's going to become a planet. So I got to be here for this.
Yeah.
When does it get round?
Well, again, right now we're just working. We're not even working on the ring. We're just working on the stand at this point. We'll see how it goes, and then another 2x3 on top of that. Is that visible? I guess not. Alright, we'll fucking go for it. And then 1x3s on the bottom that are visible. And I have those in both green and bright green. But I think they're supposed to be bright green because I can see so on the model. So we'll try that.
When you're done, is it going to be able to spin like an actual globe on a stand?
I believe so.
Oh!
Some of what I've done to it might fuck with that, but I can hopefully undo those issues should they come up.
Very exciting.
Yeah, so we'll see. The tentative answer is yes.
Something to look forward to when we're done. We're going to try a spin test.
Well, because Mogo, it's an alien planet, and the globe for the Lego version is obviously very stylized already. So my kind of thinking with it was, well, you can just make, any kind of geography you want. So my thinking was that I was going to make it so that there would be mountain ranges using little cheese slope pieces, just so they'd always be having something stick up or just look cool. Is kind of my thinking.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Yeah, so that. The question is, does that get in the way? And hopefully the answer is no. But we won't know until we know. All right, so that's on there, pretty good. So yeah, the idea is that the stand will be a construct to give Mogo a singular place to sit, or orbit from, or whatever you'd want to call it. And so we did pretty good though. My instructions say I'm now starting on what would be bag 2, so that's not half bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty sure you'll be able to see these. What color are they supposed to be? Because I think I've got those in green, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's a plate. Where are these going? I've got one in white, but I don't have another. So I don't know what to make of that. Oh, the tiles go somewhere else. Okay. I was misreading that. Alright, so the plates go there. Question is, do you see it or not? That's all orange. I don't know why that's orange. Huh. I don't think you see it, so I've got one white plate like that. Do I have a second one somewhere? Another specialty plate. Interesting. Well, that might not be easy to follow up. I think it goes right there.
Mystery deepens.
Yep. Okay, so that goes on the opposite sides of the rings. Goes on the side that the things come off of. They are white, so I need another white one somewhere. So I should have it. Question is, where do I have it? Is it just hiding in one of these other white plates? Those are 2x2s. Is that a special 2x2 in white? No. Because I have the one, so I'd assume I have the other one somewhere. Hopefully. I think I just saw it. Did I just see it? Oh, come on. Oh shit, I just ripped the fuck out of that bag. Yes, there it is. Haha, yay. It was just in a weird spot. Okay, so there we go. Those two are there. And then the white tiles are probably important, and I used those earlier at some point, didn't I? Fuck. Where did I put the white tiles? Yeah, those are white tiles. Those aren't meant to be there. Okay. Because those are needed on the outside now. You know what? I mean, I think I've got some tiles over here that I could use, or some vents, so it shouldn't matter. I'll just use those real quick to replace them instead of going looking through my bags. You know, I saw a bunch of vents when I was looking for 1x2s.
Every time you go to your bags and you find stuff for later, it reminds me of that Mickey Mouse meme where he's like, "This is a surprise tool we will use for later."
This is a surprise tool to help us later. Yep. My my moment where I realized I really was becoming like a full-on parent is I had a dream about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse one day. But it was like fucked up because it was like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but they were trying to like hide a body.
That sounds like a Robot Chicken sketch.
So that was a good one though. I realize now these are two slightly different kinds of white because one of them is actually a glow-in-the-dark tile, but whatever. I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
I believe in you. It's all right.
Good. As long as I've got Steve, I've got all my problems solved. But yeah, no. So it was just like, that's a surprise tool to help us later. It was just, there's a body bag, and here's some money that can be used to bribe the cops. Just stupid shit. Oh wait, I've got these on the wrong spot. God, this is getting confusing. Come on. Where'd you go? Okay. Alright, I need to...
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse probably would have been more interesting to me if they did hide bodies, I think. Maybe that's what they were missing.
Yeah, I've often said that.
Just seems like, these little grade school puzzles are all fine and all, but you gotta challenge the viewer to commit crimes.
If you're not committing crimes, what are you even doing with your life?
Exactly. You gotta learn this early.
This is always a fun conversation. I encourage you to bring it up at work. How would you go about hiding a body, Steve?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm confused, because it does go there as well. Okay.
So, lucky for me, I live in North Carolina, which means that I am in pretty short driving distance, assuming I want to put the body in my trunk, in pretty short driving distance to like farmland, and particularly things like pig farms.
Okay.
So I wonder if I could kill somebody, put him in my trunk, take them to one of these little farms in the middle of the night and just throw them in to the mulch that will then be processed for pig food.
Possibly. I guess that's an interesting one. So I've got 2, and both of them involve a car. Mostly, like, kind of considering the the person I have murdered's car. Is how I typically think about this. Or, that my friend has called me for help regarding. Let's go with that. And so, like, my 2 have always been option number 1. You put it in the trunk, and you drive it to a very, very busy business that has, like, 24-hour service, and you just park it, somewhere in the parking lot there. And it'll take, or like, airport long-term parking, you just park it and then fucking walk away, right? There's sure. Option 1. Option 2 is you put the keys in the ignition, you drive it to a really shitty part of town, and then you just leave them in there and walk away, and then it's someone else's problem.
That's an option. That's not bad.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
The Dexter style hacking it up into pieces, putting it in garbage bags, and dropping it in the river never seemed like the safest way to dispose of a body, in my opinion.
It does seem just, like, outrageously complicated to me.
It does. It also doesn't really, like, stop the fact of you didn't prevent someone from finding the body, really. You're just biding your time at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's always the Breaking Bad way of dissolving it in a bathtub. I guess that's an option.
Well, no, that didn't work out very well for them, if you remember Breaking Bad.
That's true, it didn't.
that went kind of, what's the word? Disastrously wrong.
You could hide it in the morgue of a hospital.
I don't know how, like, you get it in there, though. That seems complicated.
Yeah, I guess the question is, can you find a way to access the morgue of a hospital and then put it there? Because if you did, and someone found it, who the fuck cares? It's a morgue.
Yeah. Like, at that point, you're like, oh, you could just go bury it in a graveyard. Just put it right on top of another coffin. It's like, yeah, sure, great, but, like, you got a lot of graveyard access? Like, is that a place you're regularly going to, or...
People also underestimate how long it would take to dig into a grave. Digging up 6 feet of dirt would take forever.
Yeah, no, that's a trope that always drives me a little bit crazy. Like, it worked in the one Stephen King book, in Pet Sematary, because, like, he talks about how he's, like, supernaturally been powered by the forces of the swamp, or of the burial ground, to do this, but, like, realistically, no one's doing that multiple times a day. I just refuse to accept that.
Like in real life, when they dig graves, they use machines. People are not just going out there with shovels.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I've always kind of been bothered by that in more modern stuff.
Unless you've got, like, at least another person there with you, and you take turns and you try and dig it in, but it's going to take you all fucking night to dig it out, put the body in, and then shovel the dirt back in.
Yep. Okay, so I see... I might just skip this step for now. Because this is the other side that it's all going to attach into. I might not have the luxury of skipping this step, actually. But because I made this into the ring, I might need to look at my build a little bit more closely. And I also think I might have just said, I'll figure this one out when I've actually got the pieces in front of me, because it's going to be complicated. But, yeah.
Isn't it awesome when past you sets you up for failure?
I mean, this isn't set up for failure. It actually doesn't work super well to do this in the program, because just the way that the pieces don't always like to fit together super well when you're talking about like giant things trying to connect them all together. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to build what it's asking me to right now. And then if I need to come back and fucks with it, I'll just come back and fucks with it at a later point. But yeah, I might have to rework this part. I mean, it's not like I'm getting to... These 1x2s are so frustrating. The fact that it's brown... I've got a shit ton of bright green 1x2s. I'm just gonna
Those things are becoming your mortal enemy.
Well, I've got them. It's fine. I found a bunch. I'm using them. But it is just a really frustrating bullshit. Oh, big panels. Where are the big panels at? Again, I might not even have them in this. I swear I did somewhere, though. Bright green, there we go. Bright green big panels. Because this is the, this hole here is what the axle that the globe's all attached to is going to go in. And so I've kept part of that, but also this just ends. There's no other thing for it to connect to. So in my other build, I tried to keep some of that and change other parts of it, basically. We'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and make what I've made here, and see if I need to go back and just probably take it apart later, just for the sake of the build continuing right now, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. To round out our conversation about hiding bodies and killing people and Mickey Mouse solving murders, what is your favorite slasher kill?
It might be Welcome to Prime Time, bitch.
That's a good one.
So fucking good.
That's a really good one. That one's like top tier.
Yeah. Just for the fucking line of it, you know, like half of what you want in those moments is just the good one-liner. Yeah, that yellow probably won't stay, but again, I think I'm gonna have to completely redo this piece, so we'll just roll with it. Alright, and now I'm starting to make the other parts of the build, so I think I can start using some of these green and dark green pieces and stuff here. Because now I'm making just all the weird shit. Hey, don't hide in there. That would be a big problem for later.
We need to be able to locate these things.
Yes, we do. Desperately so. Okay, so I've got a 2x3. I'm assuming I want this to be in green. I've got the 1x1 bracket that goes on either side. Like so, and then the other ones, the hang-off ones, are these white guys over here, and that's just gonna go like this. Sorry if anyone can hear my daughter crying. She's probably getting upset that dinner's not ready yet. She is a monster about dinner. I cannot stand...
Dinner is important.
Yes, but Jesus Christ, we're making it. Screaming does not make it come any faster. If anything, it slows it down, because then you're stressed out. Beyond belief. Alright. And then more 1x1 on the sides. I'm assuming I want those in bright green. This is the part where it gets really, really hard to tell.
We've made a lot of progress, though, so far.
Yeah, you can kind of see where it's all coming together. It'll all start to make sense pretty soon here. Alright, and then these guys go right on top. And I've got 2x2s in the middle. I've got some more 2x2 bricks. Oh no, 2x2 plates. Do I have 2x2 plates in green or bright green anywhere? Those are panel, or those are bricks. 1x2 plates. I've got more 2x2s that don't matter. They're blue on the instructions, so I'm going to assume they don't matter in that you don't get to see them at all in the final. So I'll go with just regular multicolor plates. But yeah, we're making progress here. Things are starting to coalesce.
Taking shape.
Good. It'll look good when it's all said and done, I'm sure. You know, despite all the problems. Again, another 2x3. The funny thing is, on the instructions right now, the 2x3 brick that I'm putting in is actually bright green, and I'm like, no, don't use one of those. It's not actually calling for that, Ian. Don't worry about it. Where were those bricks at? I thought they were strictly Technic. I guess they're just little spacer bricks. There we go. Just a sea of parts at this point. Everything's going to become necessary sooner or later here. Did my stream just flicker or something? I just got a notification that said camera on. Like, I'm assuming it's been on for a while.
No, I've been following along on the stream, so everything's been fine so far.
No, that's good news. Alright, hinges over here. It's just a mess of parts right now. I'm going to start to forget where they're all at. Yeah, okay. So I've got that, yep. So green ones on one side and white ones on the other side. I figure white's a good complementary color because, like,
I know I'm still the only person on Earth that liked this movie, but I liked how in the Green Lantern movie when he was like charging up a lot of energy or something, like would go from, you know, like that dark green of the suit, and it would like carry through the whole suit and turn into like white by the time it actually shot out. I thought that was a cool way to make everything work cohesively.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah. And then more.
There's a lot of stuff about that movie I appreciate more than I like.
Okay, I get you. You know what? They're brown 2x2s, or 1x2s, so I'm going to assume I can use these bright green ones. And maybe I'll find that I've just had, like, the ability to use these guys the whole time, but I haven't been thinking about them.
I've been thinking to use them, so that might have been the case. I'll have to go back and see how often the 1x2s ended up being brown, because in the actual set, these ring pieces are brown. So when they're using 1x2s, they might just be saving the color or something, and I just didn't notice it until now. Could possibly be the case. And yep, that all looks right. So we're just gonna plop it there. Get a nice, sexy shot of that coming together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing hotter than a base for a planet.
I'm glad we can share our fetishes, Steve. I'm glad we've grown that close.
Just top tier right there.
Seeing so much content around sex work lately because of all the fucking ID laws and shit that they're trying to push through now.
I know, it's such bullshit.
It's so crazy. And so there's all this conversation, and like people just keep bringing up the same point of like, nope, sorry, you have to defend sex work if you want to enjoy any kind of freedom on the internet, because they're just using it as an excuse. So unless you want all of it taken away, you got to defend even the sex work that makes you uncomfortable. Sorry, that's just the way it is. I'm like, yeah, no, pretty much.
I can't remember how long ago this was now, but I remember I was reading a book a few years ago, and they mentioned that there are all these tech companies that will flag you as a sex worker and cut off your ability to use their services, even if that's not how you got the money to spend on their website. So there was this one situation where someone got like an Amazon gift card, and when she put in the Amazon gift card into her Amazon account, the money on the card got revoked because the user was identified as a sex worker, even though she didn't use that money for the gift card.
That's fucking crazy. Like, why do they care?
I have no idea.
That's the thing
It's
that
messed
gets
up.
me. Like, it's a legal business, you know? Like, just end of the day, being in, porn or whatever is legal. In certain parts of the country and world, prostitution is legal. So where the fuck do they get off caring? And, like, justifying it is so bizarre to me.
Doge the Grappler 6221 in the comments says, the Green Lantern movie gets overhated. It's been years since I've watched it, but I remember the movie doing a few really cool things. I agree with that.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Doge. Thank you. 1x2 corner piece. Do I have those in bright green? I don't think so. I think that's going to have to be just a green piece. I've got them here in green, so I think we're good. No, I mean, I used to defend it a lot harder than I do now. In particular, Ryan Reynolds just constantly shitting on it has just gotten to the point where it's annoying to talk about the movie anymore. But, what can you do?
There's a lot of little things about that movie that I do still really like. I like the design for the Green Lantern rings. Sinestro was really well cast in that movie. Mm-hmm. The actual, pulsating, veiny green energy on the costumes is really cool.
I agree. I like a lot. That's one of my favorite things about it, and what drove me so crazy of, everyone, just shit-talking it constantly of, oh, the CGI looks like crap. And I'm like, no, it really doesn't, though. Are we looking at the same thing? Some of these visualizations are so sick. But here we are.
It's wild to me that that movie came out 2011, 2012, something like that.
2011, yeah.
And they just never made another Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, when everybody was just shit talking it like it was the worst thing ever, because that was when we were prime Marvel versus DC kind of debate. And I mean, again, it's not the perfect movie or anything, so it just got targeted for all this over hate, in my opinion.
It's just wild to me that the Green Lantern movie is far from the worst superhero movie, but we've gotten 3 Fantastic Four franchises before we got a second Green Lantern movie.
I don't know, it became a meme to the point where even DC stuff makes fun of it, and I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah. I meant to tell you, DC Finest has been putting out Green Lantern paperbacks, and they just did the first 20 or 30 issues of the original Hal Jordan stuff. So I've been reading through that.
That's cool. I tried to do some of that a couple of years back when I was still doing my comic reviews, and I just didn't keep my interest because those comics are not only dated but also just not that great to begin with. But I still thought it was kind of cool to see some of like those first appearances of, you know, what would become iconic characters, and that's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the actual villains and situation Hal gets into in those stories isn't particularly great, but I really do like the art for its era. It looks really neat, all the cool constructs in the early days.
Mm-hmm.
The actual use of green and yellow and the coloring is really nice. So that's been fun to read. I only have the first volume. The second volume is when What's-His-Face shows up. Guy Gardner.
Yeah. Before he gets hit by a bus.
Yeah, so I'm excited to read early first appearance Guy Gardner, which I have not done in a very long time.
It's interesting. He did used to have like a more robust character, and eventually they just, you know... I was watching a video talking about the whole Jason Todd method of resurrection, you know, the Superboy punch versus the Lazarus Pit. And the guy that was doing it, he's like, because at a certain point in comics, what something is just blends with what people think it is, whether or not that was originally the case. So, like, slowly but surely, the Lazarus Pit went from being the thing that could save you from the edge of death, or that like, if you were already dead, you got in it and you'd be resurrected, to... now you have to get in it at the edge of death or whatever, and it'll like drive you crazy when you first come out, and like like, yeah, no, that's so true though. Just the more like things adapt and change shit, and then suddenly people just have these you know, very like strange perceptions of what makes something from the comics. And I'll never forget my conversation with a friend back when we were speculating about, like, who the villains in Dark Knight Rises could be. And I was like, man, I hope they do Riddler. And he goes, but how would the mind control work in the Nolan verse? I'm like, no, that's not.
It's funny, too, like, when certain things are only part of an adaptation, but, like, they get supplanted in the comics for so long that people don't realize that they were made up outside of them, like Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. But also, like, the Narrows did not exist in Batman comics until the Nolan movies. The Narrows are a Nolan thing.
Yep. Yeah, people forget about that. And I mean, it, like, works. It just... I kind of wish we'd go... I don't know, I'm always torn about it, because I wish that the movies would adapt the things more closely than they do. But also, we're just in this weird place where, like, they say they're adapting the story, but then they write a different story that's worse. Whereas we used to just not bother adapting the story at all, but, like, making new things that were arguably as interesting, if not better.
Yeah, and Batman especially gets a lot of that kind of stuff because so much of what we recognize as Batman comes equal parts from the comics, the movies, the cartoons, video games, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to kind of nail down where exactly something is rooted, and that makes for a better amalgamation when you read the stories. Mm-hmm. Like, part of the reason I think the Nolan movies work as well as they do is they're divorced from a lot of the stuff that bogged down the comics in that era, because Dark Knight came out in 2008, and at that point we were talking like Grant Morrison Batman in the main line. So someone who probably didn't care about whatever the hell Morrison was doing with Damian could tune into that movie and just be like, yeah, it's a dude, he dresses like a bat, he fights the Joker, it's a crime thriller, it's awesome. It's like a nice sort of stripped down version of it. And it works because it's not trying to adapt anything in particular, or it's not constantly referencing something you hadn't seen before.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's to its strength for sure. I don't know. Those movies are such a time capsule now. It's so weird because now we've like come full circle, and now people like the cool thing is to hate on those movies.
It's crazy. I don't get that.
I don't know, man. In 2008, we all saw the face of God, and the Gen Zers didn't. It was. I guess it was a you had to be there kind of thing.
I I still don't love Batman Begins, but I love The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight's a great movie, so I don't know what anyone's talking about when they say it's not good.
It's overhyped. I think they just like being different. That's where I've gotten to with like a lot of comic movie criticism and just comic criticism in general. Is just y'all just like being different. You just like standing out from the crowd. That's all it really comes down to. Now I left the cheese slope off of here because I don't think I'm going to need it in the final design. Because
Did
again,
you say cheese slope?
yeah, that's what they call this piece because it looks like a little piece of cheese.
Oh, interesting.
Everything's got nicknames. You want to know the disgusting one?
Yes, please.
This is a snot piece. Any piece where the studs
like
are
snot?
not on top, snot.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, so that's just an acronym from the community. I don't think it's like official, so to speak, or anything. But yeah, there's
Not on top.
It's starting to come together. It's starting to look proper now. Okay, now I need 2 more of these green guys here, and those are gonna go like this to cover up that piece. Nice, nice, nice. Oh wait, no, those are supposed to be up top. Yes, those are supposed to be up top. Whoops. Come on.
Easy fix.
Yep, easy fix. Easy fix. Okay. No, I lost a piece in the process of doing the easy fix. Okay, there we go. There we go. Got it. I feel like I've misplaced those. Yes. All right, one more time. This time I'll use the brick separator that's right there. And look at that. They came off super easy that time. Alrighty. All lefty. Okay, and then under that goes these.
We got Chopaverse in the comments asking what we're building. If you want to go into your Mogo love.
Yeah, so Mogo is a character from the Green Lantern comics. They are a sentient planet. And so I am taking the Lego globe and I have digitally recreated it and done a bunch of color swapping and added a couple other things here and there to make it into Mogo, the living planet. So that's what we're building. Any other questions?
2001, a Mogo Odyssey.
I don't know, man. Mogo's just always been my favorite. Just first time I read that story, I was like, let's fucking go. That's just...
It's such a cool idea.
It is. Like, that's so much what I love about the Green Lantern stuff is just, like, not just the lore, but just how, like, cool and creative it can all get. So I've always appreciated that. Alright, so we're almost done. I want to go just a couple more steps. If you can...
Sure.
Let me see here. How much longer? Yeah, I just want to go until I get this part covered up, and I think we'll call it there. And that's just a few more steps from where we are. But I didn't want to keep you too long. Okay.
No, you're good.
This part, I'm going to skip. It wants me to cover up this, but I know I'm not going to keep those, so I'm just going to skip that entirely. And then the green 1x2s on top. More snot pieces here.
So I recently discovered that there's a brand of model kits that are not tied to any anime. They're just like different fantasy and sci-fi stuff and designs. But they're called 30-minute missions. And the way you build them is actually a lot like Legos, where everything has a sort of cubic base, and the different cubes just stack on top of each other to build complex shapes. But they're really easy and short builds. So you buy like one 30-minute mission like a knight or a dragon or something, and it takes you like 45 minutes, and it looks good, but it's got all of these really simple pieces that are compatible with everything else. So you can buy multiple kits and just kind of smash them together.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so like... I got a lot of red showing here at the bottom. I don't think that's right. I think I'll have to go back a little bit and clean that up later. And then I got a dirty secret to confess. This piece right here, not actual Lego.
Oh no!
I know. I could have gotten it in white, but I just think it looks better to have that part in the bright green. And so I found an off-brand that made a really good quality approximation. And it also helps that there's no studs visible, so there's no logo to spot. So you'd really only know that if you're very familiar with the parts catalog. But I'm self-telling there. All right, so that's where we're going to leave things for this evening. Like I said, Steve, we'll try to do this again. Maybe next week. Might have to change the time frame exactly. I'll probably take this part off and redo it to be the one from the instructions off screen. And I'm going to try to get rid of this red down here because I don't like that showing. And I've got green pieces for the other stuff. But I've been separated from my family for too long, so I'm going to go hang out with them and have dinner and stuff. Thanks for doing this with me, Steve.
Anytime. Let me know when you want to do it next time.
Yeah, for sure thing. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.